Before we jump into this episode, if the conversation and the content of this show trips your soul fantastic, please like, subscribe, follow, and share our links listed in the information. It's never been a more critical time for heart coherence and soul development here on Soul Searching.
Well, the third time is a charm, friends. Here we are, back again to try another method for bringing in clear audio and 4K video. I thought, hey, you know what? Today's a glitchy day, and I think those glitches started a couple days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, and we're seeing the effect of what those glitches do. In the glitch, there's a lot of things that can happen. It's a time, space, and a glitch. Inside the glitch, there's things that can be done that just you would think, well, is this a simulation? And are we basically overcoming? And the answer is yes. Congratulations, you're an overcomer. You are an overcomer indeed. And this is why this timeline is for you. Your continuing overcoming proves you while the system purges itself out and reveals itself to its toxicity. And we look at the toxicity and we go, I love you. Look back at your earliest memory when you were a kid and you were like really aware. Let's take it back. You're running in your grandma's backyard. You're in your head right now. You're looking at the tree that you're running to. You're getting ready to go climb that tree. You're looking at the limbs that are going up the tree. You're grabbing a hold, hand to hand. You can even feel it right now. Your feet are trying to find a way to push up. Well, you got yourself up on the first branch and you're stoked as you look out and down. You go, whoa, wait a minute. I can go farther. And you keep going up the tree. Limb to limb to limb to limb. And you get to the top. And now you're at the top. Wow. And now you got the view of the neighborhood and the yard. And you're waving maybe at grandma now. And grandma energy has come in strong, friends. Oh man, it's been coming in for a minute to assist. Thank you so much to the other side that's assisting us right now to actually purging the final toxicities, because the cosmic energy assisted needed to get to the light body and the greater lighter self is coming in. And I wanted to reference that a little bit. This is a long ancient traveler returning, friends. I have actually seen about 3 or 4 timelines that we may go into about what this is and what had happened in the past when it came through, or it is still an imagery of the long returning travelers returning home. Can you take yourself, put yourself on the thing and see yourself in it, or really see yourself in everything, really? Take the opportunity to do that. That's the magic, man. And here we are, initiating the mystery schools again, but in light of the reason of the center channel. From the center place out. Okay? Once we realize the way that the system is designed, and we go back to some teachings that do link and connect some understanding, we go, oh, wait a minute. I am a light being, and in this light body, I have mechanisms that make this thing move. I don't have to think about breathing, I breathe. I don't have to think about doing certain things. It does it on its own. Yes, it's highly intelligent. Now, have I been treating the super intelligence in me the way that super intelligence should be treated? Okay. In the treating, a treatise, we come to see that one is more sensitive and aware than another. And so we want to bring our awareness up to the greatest expansion presence that we can to achieve what it is that we are being and becoming. And in this timeline, we are being and becoming a lot. We're really moving through distractions. Yes, the systems that are revealing and the glitches reveal much. Okay, when a system is collapsing, the darkness in others always tries to pull down the light. And I was a first responder for the first half of my life out of California. I worked as a Huntington Beach lifeguard, and then I was also trained in lakes. And some of the things about water training is you learn about how to approach a person that's in distress and how to handle that situation on behalf of them to bring them into safety. Now, you have to remember that sometimes when the systems are in distress, they cannot be approached. They have to be approached with awareness. Sometimes it has to come from a different angle of approach. And we have aspected the circumstance and the system, and we have aspected ourselves so much that we've forgotten to be in the center self of well-being. So, in just knowing that alone, pop, 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 pop. Delusion's gone. Okay? Yeah. Even right now, around the world, all the star seeds are sitting in mantra for this. And I believe that this is the word of the source coming out. You can say the word of God, if you will. Yes, we are that. If you're aware of yourself, you would know that. And you would not use that power ingenuously to the circumstances of your creation. So we sit in the channel, in the center channel, and we're aware of ourselves in peace. And we go, wow, I love you. I love me. I love you. And I have loved you all along. There is nothing more that needs to be said, friends. Nothing more anymore that needs to be said. I've loved you all along. And now we can come to coherence with this value. We don't have to sit in any other value anymore. There's no other value systems being created that could cause a system to not be out of their center anymore. So we're beautifully expanding that space right now across the whole system. The whole world is getting it right now, and it's so beautiful to know that. I agree. It is awesome. It is awesome. And as a musician and as a friend, I'm 56 years old, and I learned a long time about self-coherence. Yeah, about holding the goodness of this person, okay? Saying I love you a lot, took a lot of doing that through a lot of things, and y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so we bring ourselves into coherence in this timeline, removing all distractions. Those systems are only revealing now the steam of what the darkness that is being presented. So what? Has no legs anymore. Fear has already been conquered, and death was right with that, along with that too. There is no death. There's only a program of movement of you through, right? So, and you're achieving your highest self. You're sitting in your center channel, and you recognize the world's teaching has pieces in it, and you bring them together. You summate like the Christ did, and then what the Christ does, the crown. Yeah, we summate all the information to the crown for the release and the letting go, and it's okay. It's all right, because Source knew all along you were going to arrive to your highest self today. These are the good things that we get to get into on the show. So I would like to have greater conversation. If anybody's got the wherewithal and the gusto of steam to begin having a little more sensitive conversation, that's where I would like to be. And I imagine there's me tears for the world. Yeah. But you'll lick your own tears this time. I know the angels collect all the tears. That is precious material that took a lot to process for you coming out. Lick your own. It's not a lizard thing. All right, White Files. This is not lizard people thing. This is actually, it could be a lizard people thing too. That's the funny part. But I think that in the whole, the goodness of the all includes actually all races, all kinds, all creeds, all colors. It's just that which is becoming aware to know to hold this love together. And we don't have to do that in the name of anything anymore. No, you either are it or you are not it yet. So keep searching though if you're not it yet, This is something you got to do that to find the it for you. And that it for you is coming. Yeah, it's coming because you're even here with me right now, sitting with it. All right, you're with GP3. I just thought I'd give you a little bit. This is the third time is a charm, and also a little fun. Breathe easy. Take the breaths you need to take, and every breath you take. What a great song for that. That was probably the original meaning for the source code soul. Okay, you're on GP3 with Soul Searching. We'll see you again soon.
If you like the content of this show and have enjoyed the conversation, please like, subscribe, and follow. And feel free to share our links everywhere you can. It's the most critical time for human soul development, and you're on the right track. You're with GP3 on Soul Searching.